Yep. This has to be one of the best thumbnails I've ever made. Simply because it's very deep. Like, these ones are kind of self-explanatory because you have similar powers, bigger power, but also in a similar, family of power. And these guys know they will grow up to be that, in a way. And then you have dominance, where the bug just can't care about the cat. It just has to do its own thing and hope that the cat uh, doesn't try to kill it, because it's very likely it can. But the most powerful thing is reflection, because everyone has to learn that. Everyone has to reflect, oh, I like this, I hate that, you know. Again, I could be at fault. I could be at fault at my own thing, and I will try my best to not be at fault, but I can't do much. All right? My mom doesn't fill all my empty space, but my mom is, pretty in a pretty good spot. I have earth and wind powers. Someone has to fill in fire and water. Someone has to be courageous and sweet, basically. And my mom kind of has a little bit of that going on, but maybe it's getting tired for her as well. Of like, the world doesn't care about us. The world is full of shit and full of pain, and they want to project more and more of that. But technically, we're just gonna have to wait for like 4 years, right? To find out the full judgment of how the world is gonna work past the apocalypse. Yeah. So yeah, if you leave someone completely alone, if you isolate them, if you isolate me, the rest is gonna be filled with mental illness, imaginary friends, and right now I'm kind of filling it with internet plus mom, right? That's what I fill it up with. It's a perfect match so far. So I found that Ariana is one of the most powerful women there is, so I can feel the energy still. But it might get more and more difficult if I don't filter out and appreciate properly of what I receive. So that's that. Let's jump into Sanity Dump level 8. I mean 9. We're already at 9. And one thing I have to talk about, yeah, if I have to bring this up, all right, this is where we ended up with Minecraft. You can't use Minecraft at the start of your videos anymore. But you know what you can use? You can use Minecraft. And as everyone knows, Minecraft never existed. It's Minecraft, actually. This is what actually exists, and this is what actually Notch created. Notch created Minecraft. So I might actually play some Minecraft one day. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so like, internet is not real, and it's not really gonna give me too much courage. But I slowly start to talk about like different topics and look at porn as if it's like completely normal, and people still don't pay attention at all. So that's cool. So I can't build anything. I don't get any materials to build anything. Like, bare minimum. Just insects. I can't build anything out of insects, especially when they're hostile. It's the only materials I find in this world. Just some flying bugs in the world of emptiness. A bunch of shit. I can't downplay the internet too much, but I still have to be patient while it's evolving and explore as much as possible. I mean, I'm always going to be busy. And as we also discovered, busyness is what makes you ridiculously attractive. right? So if you can actually keep up the entertainment, just leak entertainment, as if you're always busy doing something. Like, this is the most attractive trait you can possibly have, because you never have empty space in your life, no matter what. Even if you just completely alone, that just a spice, a different flavor of being occupation. So I'm a lonely person. Almost intentionally lonely because I don't want to go outside, but at the same time, I'm just naturally lonely because the things that I care about are still like underdeveloped. They're not fully appreciated. So my mom is not fully appreciated, somehow left alone and just given mental health money. Let's put it that way. Of like, we don't know what to do with you. We don't know how to make you productive, but here's some money to survive. That's cool. Except she's not getting visited by anyone to double check. She does have to go to doctor's office. I hope that helps. I don't think that's how you check someone's sanity, but it is what it is. You just come here, drink tea, leave, whatever happens. You get some hospitality. Maybe you leave a fucking $5 note or some bullshit like that. Maybe leave a gift of a thing that we need to explore and learn or whatever. Some little fucking book, some awareness, and you leave. And that's not happening. All right. And this sort of thing, like, you just have a guest. Like, no person should be left completely alone. They need something. They need something to hold on to. It's like the most painful thing to be left alone with a mental illness, because you always have to have empty space. You have to have empty space next to you, because this is love. This is for other people to fill in. This is for other people to contribute. I cannot be the master of the universe, the controller of every single element, be the avatar, unless someone fills in that empty space for me, and then I can sort of do whatever I want. There's no real consequence, because I have perfect self-defense. I can just switch personalities with that other person or other people, or just call someone up of like, oh, you think you have a trouble with me? Let me call my buddies. Real quick. We're gonna solve your problems. So I would be able to open up a lot more doors and opportunities and all that shit. But now I'm just left alone, and people are abusing that ability to just leave me alone for as long as they want. Well, they're gonna create a Truman Show out of me as well. I have doubts that it's gonna work, because we already had the movie. So how are you gonna outmatch the movie, right? Where everyone knows how the script goes, including me. How are you gonna do that? Like, it's possible. It's just not within your capacity, because a genius is always gonna break through the stupid people and their behavior, and it doesn't matter how you circle around me. It just doesn't matter. I'll just break through. Walls made out of flesh can be easily kicked through and just confused and fucking humiliated, basically, with chaos and destruction. You can't do shit. And you can't isolate me, because that's just killing me, Congratulations. Don't worry about that. You're not going to be better off by doing that, by adding more death into your life. I mean, yeah. So life is kind of fixated on, like, you have to find the right way. You have to think a little bit. You have to care a little bit. But you just gotta find the right way. Otherwise, you're just gonna suffer. Or be a little bit slower than expected when it comes to progress. It is what it is. Let's continue. The sanity dump. Where's my sanity? I'm not gonna lose that one. How much more do we have to do? No one has ruined my day so far, but we literally just woke up. I don't remember if the day was ruined previously. I don't think so, actually. I just woke up, so what do we have? And I still have like 3 moon videos, deep dive twice, check out some atomic bombs. So it's kind of like 6, 7. Yeah, still 8 tabs left to clear. I don't think I've ever seen that. We just go up and down in views. Every second day, I get views. I get watch time. What does that mean? So weird. And then you have this cool looking mountain. Still indicating that my channel is going down, bro. My channel is going under the radar for next month. And I'm not sure why. It's kind of painful. Like, I get more subscribers, but now still less interest. Is YouTube giving me less of a help because I have subscribers? Is having subscribers bad for me or something? Because, like, I don't want to lose, bro. But, like, it was supposed to be very, very difficult to beat 120 hours of watch time. It was supposed to be pretty difficult. After I created a card game channel. So, which I couldn't upload for an entire week, and it feels so bad. I can't do shit right now that I want. I mean, mostly what carried last month was the idea that Sniper Wolf drama video worked out, because it's not just my opinion. We were watching and reacting to Sniper Wolf's content in general. I gave an actually, reasonable evaluation. I could make evaluation button even more complicated. We like move the button around to shake evaluation into existence. It's kind of like a heartbeat monitor, basically, of how much I care.
Rotten apples can be so naughty!
Makes me feel about how in reality I would still have limited amount of reach and power, and I would just be diminished, basically. Which is understandable. Which is why I don't really like it anymore. Which is why the world has to change around me and not the other way around. Look at that shit. I mean, if an orange can get 10 million subscribers, I think I can dominate the world a little bit for a little bit of time. Why not? Show me, who do I have to outcompete? The only YouTuber that I know that has my personality is Drew Gooden. And if you tell me that I'm not outcompeting this guy, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, guys. How much value is he producing? Once a month, not even once a month. He's not alive. He's just gone. All right? He's just gone. So if you think I'm not outcompeting this guy, if you think subscriber count actually matters ridiculously much, and what the fuck is going on? What is spiking up right now? that I made an actually wonderful thumbnail and people are clicking on it. People are clicking on the Sanity Dump, still second Eurovision. This is like, it's weirdly successful. Like it's kind of a humbling experience in a way. I'm not sure what's going on. In a way, I was like triggering a bunch of people with the police. And police does invoke a lot of emotion in people, and they don't know what to do. So I guess I should just add some kind of police clip every single time I start a video. It's the best way to get people's attention. And not just attention, the adrenaline level of attention. Of like, I cause you to have adrenaline, and it's like, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna run with that one? You have to chill somewhere. You have to trust in something. And you might not always have a shelter to run away into with that weird feelings that you have. Because I also will have the same feelings, right? And I'll be able to diminish that throughout the video, hopefully. Because it's long enough. Maybe it's a very good idea. I just don't like it. It's manipulation that I don't know if I need. But it's nice to be aware of it. Technically, at the start of the video, it's better to show clips of things that I'm gonna be talking about. Just make it more potent at the start of the video, so if people click away, they get maximum amount of material to work with. They don't even have to hear my commentary about it. The thumbnail says it all of how I feel overall, so I could try a few different things. It's fine. As much Mr. Beast praises his own content, what I give a fuck about is what can I do as a poor person? You know, how can I improve my content as a poor person who also cares about morality and meaning? So I cannot do meaningless things in my content. Everything has to be fucking legit. I can't just meaninglessly give myself 10,000 points out of nowhere just for explosion value. I cannot give someone $10,000 even if I had it, if I have plenty of money to give away, just for shock value. I can't do that. All right. As a person, deep down, I just can't do that. Not just because Mr. Beast did it. I just naturally can't. And I wouldn't have came up with that idea naturally anyways. If Mr. Beast left an empty space of some kind, I'll just let someone else fill in. Yeah, the highest person is Sniper Wolf, but Sniper Wolf is a woman. And then Drew Gooden is the only person I know with my personality that stands out, that I watched for long enough to understand that, yeah, we probably match, but not really. So I'm still yet to find my personality. And then there's some singers that don't qualify as YouTubers, so let's not worry about that one. Unless they start influencing somehow. Then I will be worried. And then there's Chandler from Mr. Beast, which is probably my actual direct competitor, because he can stab Mr. Beast anytime and just take over his channel. Take over his Chandler. Okay, maybe he cannot actually take over his channel. Channel Chandler. Yeah, I don't know, man. Wait. We're not... Chandler. Wait, what? Yeah, he has to make his own channel, I think, legally. Legally speaking. You know, in Japan, there's always secret cameras everywhere, and there's Japanese people giggling around behind those cameras. You know that's the case. You know when in Mr. Beast video, Chandler gets fucking spied on by the robot. There's some fucking Japanese dude giggling behind the scenes. That's what fucking Chinese or Asian people do. They just fucking want to laugh and spy at you secretly. Imagine how funny it is to control TikTok. Imagine. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, yes you do. All you have to type in is Japan commercials, right? And then you're gonna get a great idea, right? Here you go, Japanese commercials reacted by YouTubers. What Japan, what Asian people want to do is just trigger you and see your reaction, basically, what you're gonna do. And if you do something stupid, then maybe it's not so funny anymore. Maybe now it's like an opportunity to manipulate you or whatever. It is what it is. So let's see how they fucking handle this shit.
Oh my!
This got sexual really fast, bro. Really fast. Man, there's so much to do and I still want to... where is it? Movie list? What? Where's my, ah, shit. Up next. That's how I call it. There's many of things to do. This is not even the first list. I don't even know, man. I do have to, like, take care of this React channel and stuff. And them links, because there's YouTubers in there, and I want to watch all the YouTubers react videos from the past. I just have to watch it all.
That car straight.
There's some deep shit in here.
New Mercedes.
I won that car straight away.
So genius.
Mario got an upgrade.
Oh,
he's so buff.
yes!
Yeah, once you got addicted to drugs, it doesn't matter how many superpowers you have, bro. You lose.
That was awesome.
Also, you can't fucking afford to maintain a car if you got addicted to drugs, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so I am going to leave now. I'm just telling you guys, Japanese are full of triggers, full of cringe, but for a good reason. Just like PewDiePie, they want to see your reaction in a way. Wait, PewDiePie doesn't want to see reactions? Excuse me, bro? It's pretty bad. It's pretty illegal. Or maybe he didn't get to see reactions, so he just started watching cringe instead. I don't know, man. You can degenerate in so many weird ways. I'm sure I will find one as well. Because even if I know so many things, I would not know what I need necessarily. How to fill up empty space in my life. Other people have to do it. As I've said, I have only awareness about these things and not that. That is just other people's responsibility. And trying to match my power level in my own life, it's gonna be very tough. So yeah, I can make a shaking button where you go up and down to do positive shakes. and then this would be negative, and then I'm just recreating real life for some reason. It's almost like I need to recreate, well, some kind of perspective of real life anyways. I can't run away from that. It's just weird that we shake our heads that way. But there's only two ways to shake things. And I need positive and negative. I just need it. So funny.
A great idea that I thought of earlier. You should start a channel where you make a video and then use the ad revenue to buy scratch-off tickets. And then you make a video of you scratching them off and use the ad revenue to buy more. And you just go until you win the lottery. And I think it would work. No one's ever done it.
Yeah. No one ever won the lottery by buying scratch-off tickets. That's what never happens. See, that's the problem with Mr. Beast. You're never gonna reach that point, and people are gonna get bored, and you will lose. You'll just lose on your way to the mountain peak that's only available for, you know, one magical person that probably is a little bit too magical. You don't know what's behind the scenes of scratch-off tickets, because you can't just give off $50 million into a random scratch-off ticket. Just place it randomly, and you can't do that. You just can't. You morally can't do that. But hey, I'm sure it's possible to make a channel like that. It's a very cool idea that Mr. Beast thought about. It's a trigger idea, right? And it just sits there in my brain for a very, very long time, just rotting in there. Just defining how horrible Mr. Beast ideas actually are. But people watch it because it's fucking shock value, guys. Shock value. He's there. He's here. He's there. Mr. Beast. I see Mr. Beast in my panties. Basically, Mr. Beast is oblivious to the potential of just losing, I think. He thinks that all the time he can just win, never really stop. His opponent is going to get better and better. And he will keep coming up with greater and greater ideas. And people are not going to get bored on his way to the top of whatever he wants to go. Fight T-Series at this point? That's possible, potentially. Catch up to T-Series. I also want to catch up with T-Series because I don't like Indians controlling too much. When we have YouTube CEO want-to-be from India. Nah, bro. Nah. We're not gonna have that. I have to catch up with T-Series as well. Appearance is just material or matter. Yeah. I have to break it to you, but everything is made out of atoms, they say, so I don't know, man. It's just atoms, guys. People are just atoms. We can kill atoms, right? Is that where we're going right now? The greatest scope of all time, bro. It's fascinating. It's just atoms, man. You're still a human being even if you lose 10% of your atoms. So we just gonna, you know, start tinkering, start changing you a little bit. You need to change your gender into this clown gender, you know? It's the new gender. Orange clown. Yeah, if you have a face, does that mean you're still a human being? Because most scientists would agree, right? You don't need arms and legs. Yeah, man, we found a fucking the most golden Tinder thing I've ever seen. I appreciate. I swear, the only way to beat NPCs right now is to actually ask them for an opinion. This is what I thought about, like, how do we start a conversation, right? And it's like, the thing that's gonna trigger me to start a conversation is an opinion. That's all I need to start a conversation. It's like, have an opinion about something. Alright? Don't give me quotes. Don't give me fucking shit. Just tell me something you feel about something. We can start there, you know. Otherwise, you have nothing to start a conversation with. It's impossible. You can throw shit at each other. You can throw food at each other. Nothing's gonna happen. It's impossible, bro.
Right here. Tell me an opinion that you have about something. Just one opinion that you have about anything at all.
Alright, let's go to Deep Dive, which is again my my choice for, I don't know how to call it, but it just crushes through, it just plows through my field, basically. Is it a tractor? I don't know. Let's fucking call it Mountain Climber. I love these, man. It's another way to entertain myself. Alright. React can go. Moon's gonna show up. Still doing that thing. Orange goes. Alright, let's keep it that way. So we're gonna grow this from 537 into something. I have managed to go through all 6,000 posts. And the last ones are trash. But I still need to do the original account, which has 4 more thousand points. And will take a little bit longer, actually. You know what I'm doing, but I can still give insights. I want to just go to sleep, to be honest, but one huge insight, and I have to make a candy about it. Try to avoid negative women because they are clearly broken. Alright? If they're just overall negative, if you cannot get a good vibe out of them, which is how I deal with Tinder right now. And I'm realizing, like, you trading positivity from them into something. I'm not exactly sure what I give. I can give security. I can give affection. I don't know. That I'll care about them or something. Because I will. Not if you're broken, though. Because that's too much care required. And if you can... Sometimes it's, you know, it's a different level. So from your level, you might not actually be able to notice, but I notice very quickly most women are negative, and I try to stay away from that. And if you're slut or slutty in any way, like, you're gonna bleed out positive energy very quickly. So you can also, you know, almost like test them, poke them around, and see how quickly they lose the positive energy. Because sometimes sluts can actually, you know, appear positive for a very short period. They just gotta be popped. It's very interesting dynamic of how to test women and how to see if it's compatible with you, even for a day. Like, the first thing I would do if I want a date, I'm not even gonna talk about girlfriends at all, just a date to hang out with a girl, I have to test that a girl can be with me for that long and still stay positive. The only time I went outside with a girl, we were positive for, I don't know, 2 hours, and then it started melting down really fast. It started crumbling down, unfortunately. But I didn't have my special move of give me an opinion. I wasn't able to test her beforehand. So it wasn't a date, and she brought a fucking child in there. So, you know, if there's another person of any kind, it's not a date, all right? I didn't make that child, all right? We're not doing private business here. And I can't just get away with a kissy kiss, all right? Someone's watching, bro. In case I wanted privacy, I don't know. But I wasn't even thinking about it. The first thing that will happen is a hug. Is like, well, you have some chance. Yeah. Yeah, a kiss, you gotta get to 1,000 first. And that's a fucking hardcore thing to do. Especially if you're not an internet person and you don't have content. I have no idea how you're gonna get 1,000. I have no idea. Yeah, also, like, it doesn't matter how low you are, how much influence you have. If you can promise something huge to happen, if you can accumulate speed and just impress someone, that's gonna pull you up slowly and surely. It's interesting. I wonder if PewDiePie pulled Mr. Beast somehow. Surely, right? Wait, if I lose energy after squeezing my lemon, so that's what I exchange potentially. I can exchange positivity to energy. Well, that's cool. But then I'm wasting my energy. But I'll tell you this much. If I'm lonely, I can always blame the absence. Alright? It's not me who's wasting energy. It's the black hole of nothingness, of not having anyone to even talk to. So, yeah. Can't help it. By the way, getting mocked is way better than being ignored. Let's go, man. So if you decide to mock me, at least that's better. Thank you for your comments. There's so much stabbing in Korea. Yeah. I'm sure they're not trying to invoke purge in Europe, as I am predicting. And Korea has a pretty good grip on, you know, European future, if you know elements. One thing that stabbing translates to is rape. And that's a pretty big deal. It's like some women have to be raped in Europe because the birth rate is so low compared to other places. But it's like, it kind of makes sense at some point. It kind of makes sense that women have the autonomy, but they don't actually deserve it because all they want to do is just cower in fear, just shed themselves down from society. And then rape is actually legal in that sense. Can you imagine? Of some kind. You can say no, but it's like, what are you useful for then? You're just gonna die alone, right? Or die with a husband you don't fucking like. Who's gonna find a way to manipulate himself into your life anyways. So it's kind of actually fascinating to me how the purge potentially gonna reshape Europe as well, and how necessary it is. The necessary evil. It's kind of fascinating. If you're trying to force a woman back into society and give her energy to actually do things, this could be just like the end game of like, oh shit, we should legalize something. And maybe this would be the end game of what has to be legalized. In some cases, again, to force into society. So some women could be so fucking closed off and just killing themselves. Like my mom, she's projecting that sort of a state of mind where she has no energy. She has no reason to get out of bed, get outside, talk to people. There's no reason. I have no reason to go outside. She is just mentally ill. You know, and I don't think she's gonna, you know, turn herself into an internet person just because I gave her a tablet to scroll Instagram reels. I don't think that's gonna make her more aware of how to operate on this complicated landscape. Like, it's tough. So, yeah. And then you start talking about grooming and predatory behavior, and it's like, that's exactly what you guys want and need. Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. Here you go. We need them. And it's like, you're gonna cancel me for this one? Yeah. We'll see about that. What's that? Explosion in your home? You lost your internet connection? Someone threatened you with something? Way more important than my cancellation, which is impossible. You know, when you try to cancel someone and they become more popular, that's pretty scary, you know. That's the scariest thing that would happen. And right now, this is like the narrative of cancellation over and over again. I just hear the same fucking thing. For the 50% of cancellations are like that. He's predatory, he's a groomie. He's making us scared. And you're not allowed in our society to make us scared. Which is understandable. Understandable. But the moment they have reasons to exist, they're uncancelable. I'm sorry, bro. And a lot of people who have been canceled because of these reasons are gonna rise back up again and haunt your fucking life. Congratulations, bro. They're gonna kick your ass. Rise back up again, kick your ass. Congratulations. And again, you can trust me, guys, because I come up with all this information naturally. No one tells me what to say. What's that, Timmy? What's that? You want me to say that? Shut the fuck up, assholes. That's what Timmy wanted to say. Alright? Maybe that explains things a little bit faster than what I try to say. Like, often in Europe, you have to have an experience to tell yourself, oh shit, it wasn't that bad. Literally like that. Like, literally you have to, that's how you have to educate people in Europe. Oh, it's not that bad, actually, yeah. Oh, Ukrainians are actually really bad. Get the fuck out of my country. That's how you have to educate people. It's so annoying, but it's the only way, it feels like. And we'll see what happens when shit happens, alright? Because what's happening around the world, like, we can't wait to do the same fucking stupid thing to annoy ourselves into, you know, knocking on each other's doors and teaching lessons one way or the other, dude. It's madness. But it will happen. It's getting closer and closer, and I can feel every single inch of it. Okay. I gotta do this. I gotta put Instagram into category of ruining my day, because I will never get over the idea that I have to log in every single day. What the fuck does that mean? Every single time I get logged out. I don't get it. I'm tired now of this shit. It just started out of nowhere. And it's the worst thing ever. I understand, like, it's some safety feature. And the more safety you get, the more time you fucking waste on that shit. Oh my god, bro. Take my account. Just leave me alone, bro. Now you will never steal my account. Look how powerful I am. You know, I fucking listen to one piece of lyric and I'm like, shit, my mind is getting blown into pieces. Listen to this, bro. You see the world through someone else's perspective. So when people describe things into this social media site in general, they add a little bit of their perspective. They're inside, like, bad things happening or whatever. They're pulling their phones or whatever to film good, bad, whatever. They're creating a narrative of some kind. And you must never forget those things. Someone else's perspective. Pretty mind-blowing, because there's slight manipulation and there's slight inaccuracy because someone has subjected themselves into bad or good, either way, right? They made choices that you wouldn't do, but you get to see it. But they know you will get to see it, and that makes a little bit of a stack of manipulation sometimes. It's fair to assume that you have to know how to battle lies, basically. Or at least how to tame them and how to triangulate the truth. Because the truth only appears if you find multiple sources with the same idea. Here's how triangulation works. Alright? You want to know the truth? You gotta find 3 facts. Alright? Why are you suspicious about something? And there's some truth in the middle. You know, you have opened space, open a portal for truth. And this little girl has been identified. I said it once and I say it again. Celebrities and their drama is not actually as relevant as you would think. It's not going to be defining their personalities. You know, drama is just a battle, and you can only, like, understand the ending of the drama. Only the ending part. If you start picking sides with celebrities, like, you're gonna lose. That's the whole fucking point. They get attention and you get nothing, basically. But if you just appreciate their content for the value that it gives, then everyone can appreciate that. You can share that with other people. You can't share drama, unfortunately. So that's how it goes. I would like to pull people's opinions. If they have opinions, please tell me about anything. We can talk about it. Otherwise, let's not participate in things that don't fucking matter. That's just emotional investment. And emotional investments have to have returns. They just have to have returns. If you care about something, they have to care about you as well. And if it doesn't happen, like, you're just wasting yourself. You create a terrible experience. This is why people laugh at trolls. People, they depict trolls as just typing bullshit on the keyboard and feeling good about it when there's so much more to do with life. Alright? And you cannot label me as a troll for the most of the time, because again, opinions are a little bit higher level and they're pretty rare. And if you don't see that, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. So in some ways, you can actually be most of the things. Like, in a way, like, you have this whole thing going on, right? So this is kind of like social pressure. You can be less and less things, and you have to be like a human here. But when you go into deeper into the matrix, you can be anything. You can define yourself as anything. This is why, you know, slowly people are trying to, you know, identify themselves sexually and trying to find identities of some kind. And they pick the easiest ones to do. But it's all going to start breaking down when they reach these deeper levels. Where celebrities are right now, and they're exploring those levels, but normies still have to, you know, unlock most of the stuff. I am just put under pressure. I will be a celebrity if I just get awoken. I'm probably even further away into the future than everyone else. So I kind of have to be patient. I have to be kind of slowing down my progress of trying to understand the future and predict the future as far as it goes. And instead of just appreciate what I can get just in order to survive. So I went a little bit ahead of everyone because I'm not attached to anything when I'm put under pressure. But yeah, there's a little bit of a puzzle to be solved. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Is that the one that's growing me as fast as possible, looking into the future, and it feels like I'm filling up my self-esteem and I'm lying to myself in that way? But in a way, I'm not really bothered. It feels like any progress is just simply progress. And if I can map out things, eventually someone is going to bump into this thing, and I'm going to tell them, this is the overall progress that I've made, and they're going to be overwhelmed, and then they will start, you know, spreading my ideology of like, this is how much progress I have made, now I want everyone else to do the same thing and master those things. So my progress is actually completely fine as long as it's actually successful. And this breakthrough moment is actually pretty important to do properly. So this is my like a racetrack that I have to master, despite nobody really bumping into it right now. And the first person that I'm actually acknowledging that might bump into it is Mr. Beast. And maybe someone close to him, I don't know, who's testing the waters of what can be done, basically, harvesting ideas. I don't know. We'll see. It's quite a matrix of things. But yeah, don't get emotionally invested in celebrity drama when you can just listen to their stuff, and actually you will learn more about them a lot faster. It's just more efficient. Because if you really think about it, creating art is actually more dramatic. Way more dramatic than any drama could generate itself. And even if people are upset, that means you did a bad job. It feels like, right? When you're an artist, you just feel, well, I did a bad job. Maybe I have to apologize. I don't know. It's confusing. But with art, if you did a bad job, then it actually feels bad. Feels like, shit, people don't like that part of me, so I have to search for other pieces that I could, you know, share. It's an actual struggle. For an artist, we always basically deal with drama all the time within our little world. And when actual drama happens is just people lustful for the fame and fortune, basically. There's nothing else to it, unfortunately. Unless my content sucks, then I have to submit to the gods of humiliation, unfortunately. Like, Shane Dawson has been cancelled when, for a long time, his content has sucked, and then he rose into relevancy, but then he got canceled because he got attention from more and more people who, you know, were increasingly lustful for what the fuck he's doing, right? Who's this guy, right? Shane Dawson. He'd probably mistaken his audience for not refreshing its mind of like always questioning who's this guy. We always do that, and consciousness is rising, and you have to like try and keep up, or at least not have the mindset that this question is not going to be asked over and over again by new generations. And so a lot of people who got canceled are like OG YouTubers. Like Onision is OG YouTuber that people forgot the quality of his videos. They don't care about watching him. They just care about to jump in on a drama train because it started, you know. So people just wanted to see what happens if they get some kind of benefit out of it. But it's just like looting a store. You get no benefit. And I personally, if you're a looter, I would try and stab you in the face, in the back. Maybe in the back. Because it's the easiest time to stab you in the back. Unfortunately. I'm just saying, if you're doing bad things, you're completely oblivious that you don't always belong in a mob of people that like you. Sometimes when you... It's Black Friday, basically. So you pick up an item, you get stabbed, I pick up an item, and it's probably very much less likely for me to get stabbed. Alright? Way less likely. Because I already stabbed someone. That means I have self-defense. And I have great ideas of stabbing someone. And I don't want to actually do it. But I might be forced to do it. And that should scare the shit out of you. If Purge comes to my town, I don't care who dies anymore. It's too late. It's too late for me to care. So it looks like my sanity dump has still not come to an end. Fucking hell, bro. And this is a big piece, unfortunately. It's a big piece to explore. So what is it, 10 episodes we're gonna have? Hopefully. Hopefully just 10. Look at that, boys. We got something. Fucking helping pissing me off. Well, I had to leave the server for obvious reasons. Because when a person with power comes down, they want to fucking toy with you and all that shit. So, you know. When they threaten you in any way, like, you just gotta leave. But, my last words was, eat him. Just so he knows that you can't just, you know, do whatever the fuck you want on the internet. You just can't, because you're a real person out there. And it's not about touching grass. When there's a possibility to get much more than that, than fresh air. When you have created space with human hearts, you know, and we can just take that away from you. Not sure if I'm gonna come back. It depends on other people. Not me, basically. And when I say the last words, eat him, any bad intentions, I mean, any bad emotions that is caused by me leaving, you know who to blame, basically. You know what to do. You know that I didn't have a choice but to leave. And how fucking awesome is that, right? At some point, somehow, someone will get uncomfortable when you start dominating. One thing that I'm dominating with, and I've learned that as well, in order to take space on Instagram. Wait, what? Oh, it's Chrissy, right? I couldn't catch that. So I did that in order to dominate. These girls still have my tag. And that's a pretty big deal. But obviously, Europeans are a little bit more hostile, so they allow you to dominate. As long as you can actually fucking defend yourself. It seems like that's the story, actually. But I'll just leave it there. It's just a test. It's just an information for everyone else to see. And if anyone threatens me, like, we know who to blame. And that's the most important part. See you guys next time. The sanity bullshit continues. Also, never gets a seal of disapproval. Runeverse is out. But I'm still gonna put it in YouTube Rewind. Because why the fuck not?